Madden NFL 23, and today's clash of conferences is just moments away. It's the 49ers and the Silver and Black coming up next.
Even with all the buildings along the Las Vegas Strip and all the action here, this is one of the city's biggest attractions. Allegiant Stadium opened back in 2020. Coming up, we've got what should prove to be a good one between the San Francisco 49ers and the Las Vegas Raiders. Hi again, everyone. I'm Brandon Gaudin. Welcome to the NFL on EA Sports. With me, as always, Charles Davis. And, Charles, we look at a matchup like this. It's really the running backs that may take center stage here today.
And in today's football, they're still valuable, not just as runners, but guys who can catch the ball as well. It's really the number of touches that determines things these days.
Returning from his end zone is Ray McCloud. And tackled at the 21-yard line, so a net negative there of 4 yards. So here's the first drive now for the 49ers. And they will be led out by their rookie quarterback.
For every rookie prospect, there are always nerves involved in this moment. Running your team out to start a game. But there's a reason they brought him in. We're willing to make him their starter today. They believe he can overcome those nerves and lead his team to a victory. We saw him do it at the collegiate level and really make himself into a leader and someone you can envision doing the exact same thing here in the NFL.
The drive begins with a run by McCaffrey. They'll get this to the 24, and it's second down.
Give credit to the defense for stringing that play out, and they gave up no cutback angle. You know he was trying to dart through. No place for him to go. A nice job there, only giving up a 3-yard gain.
The last run got 3. Now here's 2nd and 7. Purdy looking to throw. And he works his way past the line of scrimmage and then slides to a hole. They'll wind up with positive yardage. It's a gain of 3, but now it's 3rd down.
I certainly like what he did right there because he smartly wanted to avoid forcing anything downfield because nothing appeared to be open. Nice harmless slide there to avoid the big hit, and he gets a small gain on the play.
Purdy. He rifles one that's intercepted. Picked off by J.M. Brown. And the Raiders are going to take possession of the football. That's kind of a double whammy. I mean, the interception on the opening drive, that's one thing. But to give him this field position, that's another.
Absolutely perfect start for this defense. They take the ball away on the opening possession. They know that their offense will get the ball to start the second half. They line them up in field goal position. And to me, they got a chance for a touchdown right here out of the gate.
The Raiders set to go to work behind their veteran quarterback, and that's Derek Carr.
And it certainly hadn't taken Herbert long to earn his status as one of the league's best and most entertaining passers. Locked and loaded at every snap. And the second he sees an opening, that ball is soaring downfield. You better be on your toes against him on defense. The second you turn your head, he'll burn you.
So they'll come up 1st and 10 now from the 33. Now after the INT, it's Carr. He'll find his tight end. That's Waller. And he'll be taken down here just shy of the 30. I know when you got a top tight end like this, you want to get him involved, but when you do, you're hoping for more than that.
You certainly are. You got to try and get him some space where he can make a play downfield, or at least an opportunity for some rack yardage, right? That run after catch.
Carr with a play fake to Jacobs. And his throw is incomplete.
Man coverage is certainly a staple of their defense, and it's built for plays like that, forcing that incompletion.
Well, good field position to start the drive, but under the gun now here on 3rd and 8. Carr going to throw. He lets this one fly toward the back of the end zone. And unable to connect. Incomplete. I'll give them credit. They took their shot, but it's going to bring up 4th down.
Oh, that's going to hurt a bit because they needed to come through with a completion there. Now a drive that started with great field position is facing 4th down.
So Carr exits on 4th down, and on comes Daniel Carlson for the field goal try. On the left hash, this from 48 yards. The kick by Carlson is good. And the Raiders jump out to a 3-0 advantage. So an opening drive field goal maybe doesn't whip this crowd into a frenzy, but I think that they would take the early lead.
There's no doubt about it. They will always take the early lead, and maybe that celebration comes later if they play well and they can break things open. But right now, this is all about letting the offense just get settled in.
After the made field goal, Carlson now sets up to kick this away. Taken at the goal line. And his guys will get the football right at the 20-yard line. Back out there comes the 49ers offense ready for their second drive. And they'll be looking to make amends for that first drive, which came to a rather abrupt ending.
Certainly did, and I remember going back to my notes before this game, and a lot of times when I scout a guy, I have a little section about how does he handle adversity. And in this case, a big check mark. He may have thrown the first interception, but I don't think he's going to throw very many more.
They start on the ground with McCaffrey, and he is brought down at the 22 after a gain of 2, and it brings up 2nd down.
You've got to be impressed by the defensive front on reps like those. They were not being moved off the line, kept their shoulders square, and gave their teammates time to fight to the ball and limit that gain.
The last run got a couple. Here's 2nd and 8. They stay on the ground. McCaffrey again. And not much doing there. Maybe a yard up to the 23.
Back-to-back runs. I'd say that encompassed maximum effort for minimal gain.
Minimal yardage, and now they're going to need something more than minimal on this play coming up. And the Raiders call on a nickel set for 3rd down. Purdy will set up to throw it here. Forced out to his left. And he wisely will throw that one away.
Every offense tells you they want to come out and start fast. That's not unusual at all. But this group, they've yet to get much rolling through their first 2 drives. It looks like they have to give up the football again after this one.
So on 4th down, here's the Australia native Mitch Wishnowsky to punt this one away. And a fair catch called for and made just inside the 35-yard line. It'll be a 39-yard punt, no return. And it'll be Raiders football, 1st and 10. the 34 now. Here's 1st and 10. Now Carr. To the sideline. Wow, what a catch. Doesn't get a lot out of it, but he is able to keep the feet in bounds.
Was that a receiver? Yeah, actually it was. It was a running back who was a receiver on the play. Ike's been spending time in the receiver drills getting his feet down.
Well, those guys out of the backfield, they got to be good, agile with their feet. He showed the agility there with a toe tap.
No doubt about it. It's like he'd went to ballet school. Got the toes down and stayed in bounds.
Throwing again on 2nd down, but this time it's incomplete.
I certainly thought he had an open look beyond the 1st down marker to his receiver, but they just couldn't connect, and that will send them back to the drawing board.
So the failure to connect on 2nd down, that leaves them staring up here at a 3rd and 8. From the gun, it's Carr. And the reception made over the middle. This is Bolden. And he can only manage to take this thing to the 38, well shy of the 1st down. 3 yards, all they could muster there, and it'll bring up 4th down.
How about that strategy there, Brandon? 3rd down. They just said, we've got faith in our tacklers. We'll give you the short stuff, and just decided to protect the sticks. So every time I hear fans telling me tackling's not a part of the game anymore, plays like that, I can clip and save and show them you have to tackle well if you want to be a good defense.
So on 4th down, here's A.J. Cole to punt for the Raiders. Back deep, Ray McLeod. So a change of possession here on the punt. And the 49ers will take over deep in their own territory. And now this offense comes back out onto the field. They've shown precious little here offensively thus far as they try again with a 1st down now. On the toss, they run wide side with McCaffrey. And he'll be taken down, losing yardage back at the 9-yard line. That really sets him back, a loss of 6.
Sometimes you just sit back and marvel at what he can do defensively. Speed, strength, quickness, he's the whole package. And that package just wrapped up the runner for a loss.
Tough spot looking at 2nd and 16 here after the big loss. Again, they run. Again, it's McCaffrey. And a short pickup here as he'll get across the 10 to the 11-yard line. Only 2 yards on the pickup there, and now they're looking at a long 3rd down.
Not much on that run, Charles.
No, that's exactly the way to execute a run blitz there. They guessed correctly that they would move the ball on the ground, honed in on it, and stopped them. Mark that down for a win in the defense's column.
Now on 3rd and long, they'll look to throw. And this is going to be incomplete.
Well, based on what we've seen so far, I don't think you can even call this an off day anymore, partner, because this group we're watching, they are totally out of rhythm, trying to get their game plan up and running. That 0 on the scoreboard is glaring down at them with every incompletion.
Here's Mitch Wishnowski now on to punt. And taken at the 46. And just a net of 31 here. 40-yard punt, 9 on the return. And the Raiders will have a short field to work with as they take over.
The Vegas offense ready for their next possession.
They've shown very little offensively to this point. Well, neither team has really. They come up here now, 1st down. Now Carr. Quick hitter here, it's complete. And they'll wind up getting this to the 37. Gain of 9.
we've seen quite a bit of the short passing game here early on first quarter, haven't we?
We have, and I think it works a couple of ways for this team because, number one, you throw the short game until they stop it. And if they're not going to stop it, you keep throwing it, and occasionally you'll break a tackle and turn it into a bigger gain. Also, if they start to creep up, start to pressure receivers, now you go over the top, take it deep, and now you get some of those big shots downfield.
And he's swallowed up right near the line of scrimmage. No gain on the play, and now they're faced with a 3rd and 1.
He may be a bit undersized compared to the modern-day NFL defensive tackle, but what he lacks in size, he definitely makes up for in his ability to make tackles in the run game as well.
Carr to throw on 3rd and 1. He gets this to Devontae Adams, and they're going to move it down to inside the 25.
I think when they look at their offense, they think to themselves, weapons everywhere, and they want to move the ball around. They want to spread it to different people, but you absolutely know they want to get this man involved as well, and that's what they just did on that play.
Carr now on 1st down. Wide open receiver complete. And he gets it inside the 10 to the 9. 15 more there, and they're on a roll. It's another 1st down.
Just picking up yardage in bunches here these last few plays. They have moved right down the field, and just like that, they're going to be set up with a 1st and goal.
To throw his Carr. Being chased out left. And he is in. Touchdown, Raiders. Derek Carr, a 9-yard touchdown run. As his guys are able to extend their lead.
That was not a designed run. It was supposed to be a pass, but it turned into an exceptional run. What a scramble for a touchdown.
Extra point, Daniel Carlson. He's got it, and now it's a 10-0 lead here in the opening quarter. 5 plays there on that drive, and a 9-yard run on the end of it. So an early 10-0 lead for them now as they kick it away. Taken in at the 3. And he'll be stopped up at the 25. San Francisco's offense returns to the field. Still in the first half, but this offense has struggled. Haven't really been able to get anything going, not only in the points category, but in the yards category. We'll see if they can do better here on this drive. They'll start by running the option to the right. And he will lose yardage here back at the 23-yard line. 2 yards the loss, 2nd and 12. And not a lot of success to be found there.
Oh, you got that right, partner, because if you're trying to make guys miss about 10 yards or so downfield, that's a pretty good play. But if you got to do it in your own backfield, I consider that a problem. That doesn't work too well.
The opening play of the drive goes backwards. Now they'll come up on 2nd and 12. Here's Purdy. He'll get this out right here to McCaffrey.
that might feel like a little bit of a lost opportunity there for the offense because the defense brought pressure that time. And sometimes against that, you can get out to your running back, and it can turn into a big gain downfield. But what a nice job they did getting to him quickly and holding him to a short gain.
Right where this set of downs started, they need a full 10 here to pick up the first down and move the chains. That's complete. It's Brandon Ayuk. And he'll be taken down, but not before they work it across midfield. A first down and then some. Give them 29 yards.
You can almost hear the sigh of relief coming from their sideline and from their point on the field because this has been a tough start for them thus far. A much-needed first down there. They needed something good to happen. Plays like that will continue to help them dig out of this hole.
So here's a 1st and 10 now in Raider territory at the 46. On first down, Purdy. He's got Ayuk once again. And he's going to be taken down right at the 40-yard line.
And I think this is a route we'll see more of as this game goes on because with his speed, they want to get him the ball in space on drag routes just like this. They want him to get the ball and run after the catch. Good job there, though, holding him for a short gain.
From the 40 now on second down. Purdy, this pass to Jennings, and he makes the catch. And they're going to get this down near the 35-yard line.
It's a gain of 6, and a 49er first down.
Ball up to the 35 now as they come up on 1st and 10. McCaffrey running up the middle. And he'll get down to about the 26-yard line. Just what you want on a first down run. Call it 8 yards, and it's 2nd and 2. 10-0 the score after 1 on EA Sports. The 49ers with the football here to begin the second quarter as they've got it with a 2nd down and 2 coming up. They run with McCaffrey off the option. And he stopped after a gain of 1. Not enough. Still a yard to go on 3rd down.
Haven't been a defensive coordinator yet. I think 2nd and 2 is a fun situation to try and defend. Playbook is wide open for an offense, partner.
Nice job. Hold him to 1 after that 8-yard pickup on first down. This will be play number 8 here on the drive. It's 3rd and a yard. They'll try and pick it up with McCaffrey. Dances by at the 20 and taking it to the 15-yard line before he's brought down. A gain of 10 and a 49er first down.
We use the word relentless a lot with guys who are aggressive on the field. In this case, it really fits, doesn't it? How about his ability to break tackles and his feet never stop moving?
This offense finding its legs now. Here's another 1st and 10. They'll try and run right on the option. And stopped a few yards shy of the goal line at the 3. Another nice gain, 13 yards that time, and another first down.
Well, he is certainly dangerous when he spots a lane, and he keeps it himself there. Worked out well.
And how about the moving parts on a play like this? You know you have to practice it over and over because it's almost like a ballet that has to be choreographed. But how about once he made the decision to go, he committed to it and went. Let's face it, most teams are going to defend the running back much more than the quarterback on that type of a play.
McCaffrey going to be hit and met at the line of scrimmage. They get him down at the 3. No gain on the play that time, and it sets up 2nd and goal.
This is a critical sequence here for this offense. Things really haven't gone their way so far. This could be their chance to get back into it, but they've got to find a way to punch this ball in.
They'll go again from the 3 here on 2nd and goal.
Now this time they'll throw it. Here's Purdy.
And he's left with no option here but to throw it away.
Now, with a rookie quarterback out there, you're definitely going to find out how he handles adversity, because this one so far hasn't gone according to plan. He's got to fight through it and show him what he's made of.
This Raider defense not giving in. They'll try to hold once more on 3rd and goal.
Throwing here, Purdy.
Touchdown 49ers.
Brandon Ayuk
From 3 yards out.
and the 49ers are back within a score.
That pass also evens the ledger for the rookie quarterback. Had the interception earlier, and now he gets the touchdown throw.
The ideal touchdown-interception ratio is, what, 3-to-1 for the best quarterbacks? But he's a rookie. Just getting back to even is a big deal. Increases the confidence his teammates have in him as he tries to become their leader.
Gold with the extra point, and that'll cut it to 3 at 10-7. So that drive, 12 plays in length.
And it was Brandon Ayuk capping it off with a touchdown reception.
After the touchdown, it's Robbie Gould now to kick it away.
Here's Abdullah from his end zone. And he won't get this to the 20-yard line as he's down at the 19. Here's Las Vegas ready to take the field. So both of these teams, Charles, coming off touchdowns now, but this offense, they just had to stand on the sideline, watch their opponent author a really impressive drive to reach the end zone.
Yeah, and I think you're not telling yourself the truth if you don't think there's some one-upsmanship going on right now, because they just had their touchdown answered by a drive of double-digit plays that also found the end zone. Now they want to do something even more impressive to answer that one.
On the ground, it's Jacobs to start the drive. And he is met quickly in the backfield. Down he goes, folded like a lawn chair. They'll lose a yard there, and it's 2nd and 11.
Sometimes I think these defensive tackles get a little bit of a bum rap. We just see them as big guys that eat up blockers for others to make tackles. Oftentimes, they're quicker than they get credit for. And this time, he used his quickness to make a play.
On 2nd and 11 now. Carr. That's caught by Waller out left side. And he'll have this past the 30 prior to going out of bounds.
Carr finding Waller there for the Vegas first.
Now, how about this throw right here? Had to throw it to the left sideline, and you know the timing's got to be correct on this one. Ball's got to be right where it needs to be, and it was. That's because he had great arm strength on that one, able to drive the football. Quarterbacks love it when they can show off their arms.
Line of scrimmage, the 31 now on 1st and 10. Throwing now is Carr. Firing quickly here, and that's complete. And he's tackled a yard short of the marker. Good gain of 9 on 1st down. From the 40 now on 2nd down. Carr dancing to his left. And he can't find anywhere to go with it. And he goes down.
Multiple players combined for their team's first sack of the game.
They've been fighting and scratching and clawing for their first sack in the game, and it turns out to be a big one. Not just a short one right there behind the line. First one they get, 10-plus yards on a guy who has the legs to escape most of these.
So now Carr and the Raiders dealt a 3rd and long after that sack.
He'll look to throw. And it's going to be incomplete. He was able to catch it there on the right sideline, but out of bounds, says the line judge. And it's going to bring up 4th down.
Well, they came up with points in their first 2 possessions, but looks like they'll come up empty here on their 3rd drive. The defense finally starting to get locked into them a little bit. Might have to go a little bit deeper into their playbook on their next possession.
On 4th down, A.J. Cole comes on to punt. First kick, 47. This one looks good as well.
McLeod to return it.
Oh, what a move. 43-yard punt, but they get 9 back on the return. And the Niners will go on offense. 1st and 10.
Now this offense back out and set to go for their next drive. The offense coming back out here. Plenty of energy, ready to roll, looking to just add to what they have been doing after scoring a touchdown, Charles, their last time out.
And that's a great feeling to have on the sideline, partner, knowing you just won the battle against the opposing defense. And since they came off the field, I'll guarantee you all they want to do is get back out there because they know they have the upper hand on that defense right now.
Good starting field position for the 49ers as they have it 1st and 10 at their 36-yard line. They'll start by running the option to the right. And hard running's going to get him over the 40 to the 42. He'll pick up 7 there on the 1st down keeper.
Well, that's what he can do when he keeps the football. It's not a huge gain, but it shows how hard it can be to stop him.
Yeah, and I thought the defense had that one pretty well contained, and in fact, they probably came up and felt pretty good about what they did. Then they looked up and realized he still got good yardage out of it. He's a tough guy to stop.
On 2nd down, McCaffrey.
And this one not going anywhere. They get him at the 44 for a gain of just a yard.
I do know from experience that when you slow down someone's running game, you're now doing the dictating on defense. And guess what? Now you're getting ready to tee off on their quarterback because they have to throw it all the time. But you still have to be alert for the draws and other plays of that nature to make sure you don't get hurt.
On 3rd down, it's Purdy.
Got a man right side, it's McCaffrey.
And he is going to have a 49ers 1st down as they're able to get the 3rd down conversion.
Got to say, I was a little surprised to see him, Charles, come out in the shotgun on 3rd and less than a yard.
Yeah, but the way the NFL is nowadays, we hardly ever see anyone really run for it on short yardage. So they're going to throw the football more times than not. That was a nice, easy rhythm throw right there, and they pick up the 1st down.
On 1st down, it's Purdy. That's caught. It's McCaffrey again.
And we see another pitch and catch there to the running back. This position just continues to evolve. They become just as critical to the passing attack as a lot of receivers, tight ends, because their ability to make people miss in the open field can really generate big plays for an offense.
Off the option, here's McCaffrey.
And he's going to get this one down near the 45-yard line.
Just not a whole lot of room to operate there on that carry.
No, not at all. They did a really nice job staying in their proper places and not allowing any lanes to open up.
The Niners on 3rd down. They've hit 4 of 7. This is 3rd and 7.
Shotgun now with Purdy. Trying for Ayuk, but it's intercepted. Picked off by Rock Ya-Sin. And the Raiders are going to get the football back at their own 17.
I believe this is what you would call growing pains here, partner, because this defense obviously took the challenge facing the rookie, and they wanted to help indoctrinate him to the NFL. So now the big question is, can he answer that challenge and rebound with plenty of time remaining in this game?
And now here come the Raiders.
As we eat closer and closer to intermission, Charles, remember last time out they punted. They would love to get points here, especially if this is going to be their final possession of the first half.
Yeah, and this is what close games feel like because the pressure is on both sides, but sometimes the pressure is a little bit higher on the team with the slight edge because they're trying to hold on to that, trying to increase it. Let's see how this one continues.
Carr and the Raiders come up 1st and 10 at their own 17-yard line.
He'll give it to Jacobs to start the drive.
And he'll lose yardage here, back to the 15. Officially, it's a 1-yard loss. That's going to bring up 2nd and 11. Moving backwards on first down, never a good thing. What does that do for the mindset on 2nd down?
Well, it changes your play call, definitely, because as a play call, you're advancing yourself thinking, okay, we're going to get a gain here. Now you've got to go back in reverse, come up with something to pick up not just the yardage lost, but gain a few extra.
A loss of a yard there to start out. That leads to a 2nd and 11. Play action. Now it's Carr. He'll find his tight end. That's Waller. They'll wind up getting 10 back as that sets him up for 3rd down.
So much goes into a successful play, doesn't it? How about that play action there? Freezing the defense just enough to bring the tight end free downfield for the completion.
They don't need to run another play here before the 2-minute warning. Let's see if they do it anyway. Try to run for it with Jacobs. And he's able to get it to the 33. Good enough for a 1st down. 2 minutes remaining in the first half. 10-7 our score. 8 yards, 1st down as they're able to convert. Working from the gun, it's Carr. And the throw left sideline here is caught, but they'll rule it incomplete. Couldn't keep his feet in. 2nd down.
Not sure what happened there, but he just didn't get the right read on the coverage that time. Pass wasn't where it needed to be, and that'll send them back to the drawing board.
I believe they buzzed down. They're going to take another look at this play with all reviews coming from the replay official here in the final 2 minutes of the half. Did he keep those feet in bounds? That's the question they've got to decide. And I got to say, watching it in real time, it was awfully close.
Yeah, it certainly looked like a heck of a catch because he didn't appear to bobble it, which could complicate things. But even with the benefit of replay, that's pretty tight.
Well, here's the call.
After review of the play, ruling on the field is reversed.
So that challenge, a successful one.
So they'll come up after the incompletion for 2nd down. Carr. And that's complete to Adams.
And they're able to work this across midfield to the 48.
Now that was pretty. They executed that curl route versus zone coverage, and that changes things a little bit because against man, it's often a tight curl, a tight, sharply run route. Against zone, you're just looking for that open spot, that dead area, so you may curl it a little bit wider just to get to that place.
And usually a tight window. He fired a bullet in there for the completion. On 1st and 10, here's Carr.
And this is dropped. Oh, it's incomplete. He had a big gainer in his sights, but he could not reel it in.
Well, the incompletion, yes, but maybe here not the worst thing in the world?
No, not on 1st and 10. It actually gives them a chance to regroup, relax just a little bit. They huddle up, talk it over. Then they get a chance to continue their drive.
Throwing again on 2nd and 10. Carr. It's caught here by Adams.
And he'll be brought down on the other side of midfield at the 43.
One thing you're hoping for when you run drag routes, you're able to hit a receiver in stride, and he can pick up a lot of yardage after the catch. But in this situation, the defense was effective, able to stop him before you get a good head of steam going.
And on 3rd and 5, this will be the 8th play of the drive. The Raiders going to use one of their timeouts as they'll stop it with just over a minute to go before halftime. An extra DB for the 49ers now on third. Again, it's Carr. Oh, he's got a man wide open, complete. And this will move the chains again as the tackle's going to be made at the 49ers' 17-yard line.
So from the 17 now, here's a 1st and 10.
Into the red zone, it's Carr. Throw right side going to be caught by Waller.
And they're going to be set up now with the ball at the 13-yard line. Well, that's always a good place to throw it just because he's one of the biggest targets not only on this team but in the National Football League.
And you and I both know the quarterbacks love these large-body tight ends, and why not? Nowadays, they're really wide receivers who are just taller and have a little bit more weight. These guys catch the football, make big plays downfield. In the old days, we wanted them to block.
And that's going to be caught for a Raider touchdown.
A pair of teammates at Fresno State connecting there. Derek Carr to Devontae Adams.
And the Raiders will extend their lead in the final minute of the half.
And this drive, Charles, very well timed as they score with very little time remaining in this first half.
And I'm reminded that they get the second half kickoff as well, so they can break this one wide open before the other guys have a chance to possess the football.
Carlson now to add the extra point. It's good to make it 17-7. A 10-play drive that time.
And Devontae Adams able to finish things with a touchdown reception.
Touchdown, ready to kick it away is Carlson. And not wanting to risk anything here late in the half, he'll just take a knee and then bring the football out to the 25.
The Niners ready to go on offense for the final time of this first half.
And with time quickly fading here in the second quarter, not sure how aggressively, offensively they want to play this.
I think we'll find out just how much they trust their guys in this situation if they decide to take a shot.
A little over 20 seconds remaining in the half as they'll line up here 1st and 10. Trying to shake off the interception from the last drive. He'll look to throw.
That's over the middle and caught by Ayuk.
The 49ers now going to use the first of their timeouts as they'll stop it with 13 seconds to play in half number 1. One play has him up past the 40 already, and another 1st and 10.
There's Purdy on 1st and 10.
The first catch of the game for George Kittle. Now a timeout taken. Perhaps a chance for one more quick play and then another timeout if they hurry. We'll see. Back-to-back good plays have them on the move on 1st down.
Purdy to throw it on 1st down. The same target, same result. It's Kittle.
And with just 4 seconds left in this first half, a timeout call. So with 4 seconds to go in the half, here's the field goal unit onto the field. They'll spot it at the 47, so call it a 57-yard attempt. And this one is no good. He missed it, and they will not cut into that 10-point lead.
So we have reached halftime here in Vegas with the Raiders on top. As we are off to Orlando now to check in with Jonathan Coachman and our EA Sports Halftime Report. Coach?
All right, BG, thanks very much. And welcome one and all to our beautiful new downtown Orlando studios for this EA Sports Halftime Report. First up, though, a look at the next-gen stats for the Niners in that first half. And not much went right in those first two quarters. You can see the numbers on the ground there. Not a whole lot to write home about so far. Meanwhile, for the Raiders, you get a look at what they were able to do throwing the football. And whatever they've done, it's worked, as they have the lead through 2 quarters of play.
All right, Coach, thanks very much. Fine work as always as we welcome you back for quarter number 3. With the lead already, and they will get the football here as the second half is now underway. Taken in at the 3. And able to get this across the 20, but not much further as he's dropped it to 23-yard line. Now comes the Raiders offense. They'll go on offense first to start quarter number 3. And Charles, they've got the lead. Put your coaching hat on here now. What's the game plan for the second half?
I think getting the running game going a little bit more, because I thought in the first half they didn't get it moving the way that they would like. They had success throwing it, but I think these first couple of drives, they'll want to get those running backs going and give them more opportunities, and I will guarantee you that those guys were lobbying for them in the locker room at halftime.
Looking deep for Adams. And it's knocked away and incomplete.
One thing that offensive guys stress when they throw the deep ball, you're just counting on your receiver to find it, adjust before the defensive back can get his head around. In this case, though, the DB matched it move for move and knocked it away.
Now Carr, after the incomplete pass, brings him up 2nd and 10. He'll drop to throw. And a pass complete to Waller on the out route. They get 6. That'll leave them with 3rd and 4.
Let's not quibble about the gain there on 2nd down. That was a positive play because that was a take-what-you-can-get situation. Got out to the tight end. Now it gives them a much better opportunity to convert on 3rd down.
49ers have an extra defensive back on the field. A nickel set for 3rd down. Carr now to throw. That's caught by his tight end, Foster Moreau. And he gets this up across the 35 before he's out of bounds. First time they've looked his way in this game. He comes through picking up the first.
Many different ways to create space, but on that play, he did it with that big, wide body of his. Didn't get a whole lot of yardage on the play, but it did what it was supposed to. Pick up a first down.
So here's a 1st and 10 at the 38. Carr with a play fake to Jacobs. That's complete to his tight end, Waller. And he'll be out of bounds after getting this one across the 40.
Well, they were unable to convert that into much, but it's never a bad idea to try to get the ball into a tight end of his caliber's hands and see what kind of disruption he can cause.
Looking to throw again on 2nd down. Carr. That is incomplete.
I see the surprise in your face there, partner. That is a rare incompletion from him. He's been on point this entire game.
He has percentage completion-wise way up. Not that time. They come up now 3rd and 5 following the incomplete pass. Here's Carr. Able to find Waller. That's complete. And he is going to have the Raiders first down by about a yard as they find a way to convert there on 3rd down and 5.
And the tight end is certainly a position built to move the chains because they can control space underneath. If they've got good hands, then of course they're a dynamic target. But one other thing is they're right in the sight lines of a quarterback on just about every play. And that makes it easier for the quarterback to pick him out and deliver.
2 first downs have him up near midfield now on 1st and 10. On play action, now Carr. He finds his man, complete. That's Jacobs.
And he'll be brought down just shy of the 40.
Caught that look from you there, partner. I think we're on the same page on that one. Just his first catch. I think we both thought he'd be a little more active in the passing game. Let's see if that's the start of them trying to get the ball to him a little bit more here in the second half.
So not quite a first down just yet as they come up on 2nd and less than a yard. Carr going to give it to Jacobs. And here he'll be brought down a little shy of the 35 at the 36. A gain of 5, good enough for the first down. In the first half, he was held in check on the ground, but despite that lack of production, they still have the lead.
And they've got to feel fortunate about that. If they could actually get production from their lead horse, that would help open up this offense and widen this margin too.
Now a first carry for Brandon Bolden. And he'll have a gain of 3 to the 33.
That call makes sense because they've been throwing it well on this drive, and once again they show passing formation, showing shotgun, then they ran out of it. That's a nice play by them defensively, though, to hold it to a short game.
3 yards on that last carry. Here's 2nd and 7. Now a play fake. Carr. Throw right side into the hands of Foster Moreau.
And he'll be brought down at the 27.
That's a staple of this offense. Drag route to the tight end.
Yeah, he's unable to use his size to break off much more yardage after the catch, but still an effective gain nonetheless.
So they just need 1 yard here to pick up the first down.
Carr to throw on 3rd and 1. And that is incomplete.
They converted twice on 3rd down that drive already, but couldn't make it a 3rd. We always talk about in-game adjustments. How about what the defense did there, able to shut them down on that attempt?
So Carr will depart, and on comes the Raider kicker Daniel Carlson for the field goal try. He hit his first one, this from 44 yards out now. The kick by Carlson is good, and that will open the lead up now to 20-7.
And they picked up right where they left off in the first half. First drive after the break, they come away with 3 and increase that lead.
Yeah, and you just want to keep building on that lead, don't you? Whether it's 6 points or 3 points, take everything you can get, keep maneuvering, keep adding to it, keep making it difficult for them to come back.
After the made field goal, Carlson now sets up to kick this away.
This taken in at the goal line. And able to get this out to the 25.
Here's a look at the 49ers offense as they make their way out for their first possession of the second half.
And their deficit a little wider now than it was at halftime following the field goal a moment ago.
But the goal is still the same because you know they want to come out, establish a rhythm in the second half, and get going. Make no mistake about it, though. Kicking field goals, not in their game plan. They need to get the ball in the end zone.
They'll try to get the running game going with McCaffrey. They'll be dropped after a gain of about 6 across the 30 to the 31.
Running lanes were at a premium in the first half, but he's able to find some room there, and he's hoping that that's a precursor of a big second half.
The last run got 6, now 2nd and 4.
Here's Purdy.
That's caught out right by Jennings. Second catch for him today, and it'll wind up a first down.
I think that's a big pickup for a first down because when you run a drag route against zone, you're sometimes asking for trouble because you might run into a defender.
Yeah, well, there they ran into a first down, executed it to perfection. So here's a 1st and 10 at the 38.
Purdy looking to throw on 1st down here.
Nothing open downfield, so he'll throw it away.
And when you've thrown as many interceptions as he has in this one, you definitely start getting a little hesitant to throw the ball out wide because that's prime pick 6 territory. That time, he made sure the only guy who was going to catch it was sitting in the 3rd row.
So now 2nd and 10 after the incompletion on 1st down.
Purdy. He'll get this out right here to McCaffrey.
And he'll go down right around the 47 this time. 9 yards, and that leaves him just short, so it'll be 3rd and less than a yard. Up the gut, McCaffrey. And he's got the 1st down yardage there as he takes it just across midfield. 3 yards there, good enough to keep the drive moving.
On 3rd down, that's a good job of situational football and understanding where the 1st down marker was and getting there.
So here's a 1st and 10 now in Raider territory at the 49-yard line.
On 1st down, Purdy. Got a man, that's Ayuk. And he's going to be taken down just shy of the 35.
But whenever you call and run the hitch route, a lot of times that ball's got to be in the air before the receiver even turns around. That's the result of throwing it so many times in practice. Is really a timing route. Make sure that ball's out of your hands, and oftentimes the receiver turns around, and there's the ball. Nice completion there.
On 1st down, this is McCaffrey. Room here to run. And across the chalk into the end zone. It's a 49er touchdown.
36 yards for Christian McCaffrey. And the 49ers have got it back to within a score. So a strong drive here to lead off this 3rd quarter and gets them right back in this football game.
And I think we can safely call that a statement drive because they had to be saying, we have put our best foot forward in the 1st half, but we certainly mean business now. Maybe a better term, a prove-it drive. They proved it to themselves that they were ready to go.
Gold able to tack on the extra point, and the lead will shrink to 6. So this drive spans 7 plays. And the last play on the drive, the touchdown run from Christian McCaffrey. After the touchdown, it's Robbie Gould now to kick it away.
Abdullah's going to stay put, and the drive will start at the 25.
The Raiders offense now, they trot back out.
Still enjoying the lead here in the 3rd quarter, despite their defense giving up that last touchdown. Now they'll see if they can get the equalizer here on this drive.
And the Raiders come up 1st and 10 at their own 25-yard line. They'll begin on the ground with Jacobs. And he's upended at the 33 following a good pickup of 8.
They'd love to just strike back with a touchdown right here. And if it's a long play, so be it. But the main goal, get a couple of first downs, run some plays, run some clock, allow their defense to get a chance to catch their breath, settle down, and relax a little bit after they just gave up a score.
Here's a 2nd and 2 now from the 33. Once again, it's Jacobs. And he'll get it out near the 40 to the 39. 6 yards the pickup, and that's a first down.
Sometimes with the running game, you've just got to stick with it. Look, it's the 3rd quarter, no time to panic. But that also doesn't mean you just do it the same way you've been doing it the entire ball game. Maybe change up some blocking assignments or run a few different plays, but stay with the overall essence of the running game.
So from the 39 now, they'll come up on a 1st and 10. They run with Bolden. It's a 6-yard gain on the ground, and that'll make it 2nd and 4.
Well, you certainly have to give a little credit here because they're playing this game now at their pace. This is ball control football, sustained runs, taking their time, and making it work.
6 yards on that last play. Here's 2nd and 4. Now they'll throw with Carr. Catch is made by Hunter Renfrow.
And he'll be brought down just shy of the 40.
And that's a more than acceptable read right there because it's zone coverage, so timing is everything. This time he waits for his man to come open, puts it right on him, and they pick up a first down.
So from inside Niner territory now, this is 1st and 10 at the 41. Carr. He'll find his tight end. That's Waller. And he gets this to the 35. Good for a gain of 5.
Brandon, perfect defense in this situation would have meant that there was an incompletion and would have picked it off. Okay, so they gave up the completion. But I really enjoyed watching how the defense stayed in sync, stayed in great communication, and as he dragged across each zone, you see him pointing, communicating. There he is, and they passed him off to each defender. Ended up making a nice play, even though it was complete.
Back to the running game with Jacobs. It'll be a pickup of a couple, and it leaves him with a 3rd and 3.
I'd say they've got to find a way to get him going. He's such a big part of their offense. I wonder if they might throw it a little and come back to the run.
Anything, because you're right, he's pretty much been completely neutralized. So they'll get a little extra time to come up with his 3rd down play as we played 3 quarters. You're watching the NFL on EA Sports. Back now in Las Vegas. Welcome back, everybody. It's the Raiders with the lead and the football here as we get ready to start quarter number 4. And he's going to go down. They get to him back at the 40.
That time, multiple defenders getting pressure, and it's a loss of 6. It seemed like he kept going through those progressions, and I thought he might dump that underneath, but he couldn't get rid of the football in time.
And I have to wonder if he was thinking while he was back there, I wish there were a lot less progressions on this play, just someone that I can dump the ball to and get it out of my hands.
So a big one coming now for Daniel Carlson. This to make it a 2-score game. And he missed it. It's no good. And this will stay a 1-score game as the lead will hold at 6. That one hurts a bit. That was a golden opportunity to possibly put this one on ice, but he comes up empty.
And how big of a miss might that turn out to be? Stay tuned. There's still time left on the clock. this could be critical.
Still a one-score game. Had he hit that, it would have been 2 scores. The 49ers offense now. They work their way back onto the field.
And still just down 1 score. We'll see how big of a role that missed field goal plays, because it, of course, could have pushed this to a 2-possession deficit for them.
Good starting field position for them here as they come up 1st and 10 on their side of midfield at the 47. The drive begins with a run by McCaffrey. And he'll manage to pick up about 4. It's 2nd down.
At the end of all that hitting and hollering, it was a 4-yard run, so the offense is going to go back to huddle and feel pretty good about themselves. Defensively, you have to feel okay because you didn't let it turn into a bigger run, but the goal, shut it down for 2 yards or less. That's when you start to feel good about yourselves.
Another run with McCaffrey on 2nd down.
It's a 5-yard gain, but they'll still be a yard short here with 3rd down now looming.
Not a ton of room available on that one, but he made use of what space was available and gained decent yardage.
The Niners on 3rd down. 5 out of 9 thus far. They need just a yard here. It's 3rd and 1.
They run with McCaffrey off the option.
And he will have 1st down yardage as he's brought down at the 41. They're able to convert with a gain of 4.
Someone's been having a good game so far, and you know something? Rob has been power running. They decided to turn him loose again on 3rd down, didn't they?
They did indeed. He delivered the tough yards.
On 1st down, it's Purdy.
Escaping the pressure right. And this winds up a pickup of 2, maybe 2.5 to about the 39.
Brandon, once that one broke down, there were only so many options left for him to take. Fortunately, only 1st down, so he smartly got the yardage he could get and didn't worry about trying to turn it into a bigger play and end up taking a bigger loss. Here, they hope they can regroup and get something different going here on 2nd down.
Shotgun handoff now to McCaffrey. And he's going to be close to a 1st down as he gets this to the Raiders' 33.
87 yards rushing for him now as he has been tremendous all day long.
He had to fight for every yard on that run. Shook himself free of a tackle and kept fighting, even with the rest of the defense closing in on him. That's the kind of effort you'll take every single time.
Purdy bootlegging it.
That's to McCaffrey, complete. He's going to go out of bounds, but he takes this one down just shy of the 20. He'll get a dozen there, and it's a 1st down, 49ers.
And here we are in the 4th quarter, partner, and watch them drive for what would be a go-ahead touchdown. And you and I both know this is where you need a quarterback who can keep his cool back there, not just for himself, but to keep the rest of the team relaxed too.
They'll give it up to McCaffrey.
And they're knocking on the door now. There's a good run there. Going to take this to about the 10-yard line.
11 more yards that go around. A 1st down as well.
Another carry for their leader and a good one. It's crunch time. They'll need him to continue to be productive in both the run and passing game in order for them to try and snatch a victory.
So not quite a 1st and goal. It's 1st and 10 from the 10. Back to throw, Purdy.
Flush to his right. And he can't get rid of it. He's taken down.
Max Crosby blowing up the play and getting the sack. Well, that's not how you hope to draw it up there on 1st and goal, CD, by taking a sack like that.
Well, they tried to be aggressive, didn't they? They didn't want to try and work their way past the goal line. They wanted it right there on that play. Unfortunately, it backfired against them. Now they have to try and pick it up here moving forward.
So that complicates things a bit here. 18 yards to go now on second down. Out of the pistol, McCaffrey. And they won't fare much better here as he maybe gets back to the line. No gain on the play this time, and it'll be a 3rd and long situation coming up.
As usual, the hallmark of a good run defense, linebackers making plays near the line of scrimmage. Absolutely nowhere to run there.
This offense 2 for 2 on 3rd downs on this drive. They're in for a tough test here, though. 3rd and long.
Purdy now to throw.
Flushed out right. The scramble good for a nice gain of 10 yards, but still 4th down.
Nice call on defense, rolling out the nickel package for that big 3rd down play, and he did an excellent job locking down coverage and forcing him to try and run for it, and he doesn't get there, which brings up a big 4th down call.
So on 4th down, out trots the kicker in a big spot here from the right hash, and this one just a chippy. The kick by Gold is good, and that cuts the lead down to just 3, 20-17.
So he's good with that one, but remember, he did miss one earlier, and right now that's the difference in the ball game.
And he knows it all too well, but also understands he can't dwell on it. He's got that one through. That's what counts at this point.
Now it's Gold after splitting the uprights to kick this one away.
This will be fielded inside the 5. And he takes this near the 25. Just a little pass there. Call it the 26. The Vegas offense ready for their next possession.
They're holding on right now to that slim advantage in a 1-score game. And you hear a lot about 2-minute offense and 4-minute offense. Obviously, the 4-minute offense applies here. How do they run that effectively?
Yeah, really what the 4-minute offense is you're just trying to grind the clock. So you want consistent gains, steady gains. Doesn't have to be big plays, but it has to be plays that gets first downs and keeps the ball away from your opponent.
But certainly throwing the ball is in the mix here.
It certainly is. Just make sure that you're careful with it. And again, get those first downs, keep possession of the football.
Darren Waller, the intended receiver. And now it's 2nd down.
I think he could have scanned downfield forever, but there wasn't anything available. Ends up throwing an incompletion, and I think he'll take that.
Now Carr, after the incomplete pass, brings him up 2nd and 10. On play action, they'll throw. And that's going to wind up incomplete. However, we do have a flag down. Let's check in with our referee. They were looking to throw, holding on the big right tackle.
It's real simple, partner. Keep your hands inside in the chest area. You're probably okay. You get it out on the shoulders, get them wide. Usually going to pick up a holding call.
Now Carr throwing on 2nd down. And he comes back with one complete. So the completion good for 6 yards. And it's going to be 3rd down and a ways to go here. 3rd and 14. Not a big window to throw. Coverage wasn't too bad there.
Yeah, they had him under wraps pretty well, but somehow able to muscle his way open and catch the ball.
Possibly a turning point. Big play coming. This is 3rd and long. Now Carr. And he overshot him there. It's out of bounds, incomplete. Critical play in this football game because if they pick up the first there, that clock keeps rolling.
Has to be a little frustrating for them because they know that if they pick up a first down there and continue to eat away at the clock, really increases their chances of closing this one out. Now they're likely going to have to give the football up and sweat it out on the sideline.
And on 4th down, on is the punt team sending this one away.
Here's McLeod on the return. So a good punt, but a solid 12-yard return. And it will be 1st and 10 as they take over. The 49ers ready to set up shop again offensively. Their defense accomplished step 1 of the mission. They forced the punt. Now they'll look to erase that deficit and take a 4th quarter lead.
They've got good starting field position as they come up here 1st and 10 at the 39-yard line.
Here's Purdy on 1st and 10.
And his throw's going to be incomplete.
That certainly appeared to be a play call. They were just trying to make second down, second and short. I think they thought the coverage was off a little bit more than it was. Nice job there pressing up on it and forcing the incompletion.
After the incomplete pass, here now is 2nd and 10.
Purdy looking to throw.
Over the middle, complete to Samuel. 9 yards, not quite enough, and they'll be left now with 3rd and 1.
When you see zone defense and you know you've got a drag route on as your primary call, you've got to be really careful as a passer about how far you let your guy go because he might wander into some tough coverage.
Here we go, 3rd and 1. Gut check time on both sides.
Throwing here, Purdy.
Completes it to Samuel.
And he is going to have a Niners first down as they're able to get the 3rd down conversion.
I don't care how many times we say it, I still get a kick out of watching quarterbacks and receivers do the pass tree in pregame warm-up. But I always remember that when we go to practices, we see that after practices as well. They really tune it up, don't they?
They tune it up. They know why they do it for these situations. First down.
And they build that trust, and that's why they're able to find him in this type of a situation.
Purdy will look to throw again here. That's complete out left to Ayuk. And he's going to be marked down just inside the 35. He'll get a dozen there, and it's a first down, 49ers. 3 points separating these two sides with 2 minutes left to go in the 4th. So it's 49er football here as we get you reset. They come up on a 1st and 10, desperately needing a score here on what could be their final drive. And he can't get a throw away. He's taken down. Max Crosby in there to take him down, and the clock will roll.
But certainly hit the point of no return in this one because that was absolutely the last time they could afford a sack. You got to sustain your blocks and keep your quarterback clean for as long as it takes in this situation. They failed up front this time to do so.
Purdy to throw.
Complete to the tight end, Kittle, over the middle of the field.
And he's going to be taken down at about the 33.
As a quarterback, this is where you look for those instincts to really kick in and take over, right?
Yeah, you can't force it downfield because if you throw an interception here, the game could be over.
They'll get to the line here, but remember, it's also 3rd down.
Here's Purdy.
And that's going to be incomplete. The coverage too good there. The contact popped the ball free, and it's 4th down.
With that incompletion, reality is staring them right in the face. This entire game is down to the next snap.
So here we go. Maybe the biggest kick of the game forthcoming. This to tie things up in the final minute. The kick by Gold is good, and that will tie this game here in the final minute of play. So a big kick to get this back to even, yet now the worry is, did you leave too much time on the clock? Because another field goal the other way, that does you in.
You're exactly right. You didn't get it to overtime yet. So now as a defense, you've got to think to yourself, you can't play prevent defense and just give up big chunks of yardage in front of you, but you also can't let anyone behind you. So you sit right on the line between the two, play the best defense you can, and not make it easy for them to move the ball downfield.
Fitting for what's been a tight ball game. We're all even at 20 now as the kick's away.
Fields it right around the goal line. And he'll be brought down right on the chalk of the 20. The Raiders offense coming back out onto the field. Well, partner, here it is. They've got the chance to win the game. You'd have to think they need to get it near the opposite 40 to have a chance to kick a game-winning field goal. We'll see what they can do.
And you're right about that, because if we look at it in macro, that's what it looks like. But I think in micro, the head coach has already asked the special teams coach, what is he feeling? What does he think? Where does he want the football? What's the yard line we have to get? And he's already relayed that to his quarterback and his offense. They know what the goal is. Now the key, can they get there?
He's going to let this one go deep. And that will be incomplete. Would have been a big hitter if they had connected. Instead, it's second down. After the incompletion, here's 2nd and 10 from the 20.
Throwing his card. Gets this to Waller.
Now the ball comes loose. And now this is scooped up by the 49ers. And they have the football and will take over at the 24-yard line.
I'm fairly sure that there's no good time to cough up the football. But this couldn't be much worse, could it?
No.
This situation, this yard line, no chance.
They set it on a tee for them. They're already in field goal range here late in the 4th now.
Yeah, warm up the kicker and just make sure they take care of the ball now. They've got a chance to put this thing away.
This is McCaffrey on the give. And they work this near the 5. He'll be stopped at the 6. The 49ers now going to use the first of their timeouts as they'll stop it with 27 seconds showing on the clock. A game-winning field goal would be a chip shot from here. Let's see how they play it on 1st and goal. Oh, how about this on 1st and goal? And he'll get this one back to the 5-yard line, but no further than that. Now another timeout called for by the offense. That'll leave them with just one remaining in this 4th quarter of play. From the shotgun to McCaffrey. And a minuscule gain of maybe a yard from the 6 to the 5. And that carry probably not so much for yardage, just to get the spot that you want to kick the field goal.
And in a yardage game here is really kind of gravy, and this just becomes what my old coach used to say. Get into position to be in position. And that's what they want, the right spot for their kicker to line up the field goal.
And we are set for a great finish as that timeout comes in with 2 seconds to go in this football game. So now it'll all come down to Robbie Gould. 2 seconds on the clock. This for the win. And we will get a timeout with 2 ticks left. And now it all rests on the right foot of their kicker. He's made 2. He's missed 1. This time for the win. And this is good. Robbie Gould knocks it through in a pressure spot. And Union Street will be hopping tonight. The 49ers have won it.
But Charles, we were treated to an excellent game today, capped off by that second half comeback. This was a joy to watch.
Entertaining for us. Not so much to the team who led at halftime and now is leaving here. knowing that they let a win slip through their fingers. Tough one for them to carry home.